You ever been looking forward to something, and everyone around you is telling you that it's something that's very good, something to look forward to, something that will get your hopes up for the newest release?
Are you ready? Get up, get up! Get up, get up!
And then you listen to it and it's a steaming hot pile of garbage. That's the exact feeling I get to when I listen to Disturbed's newest album, Evolution, the one that came out in 2018, that tries to shove down the notion that a band can change and that a band can do different things with their music, that a band can evolve, per se. But they end up going in a complete different direction and producing songs that sound not only monotonous but drone on under the same pitch and the same tone and the same rhythm the entire time. That's exactly what David Draymond and company do with this album, known only as Evolution. Now, I reviewed Disturbed's last album, Immortalized, and didn't really give it too high marks. It wasn't really my favorite, but that album has since grown on me. I had a problem with a lot of the different things, like them trying to tweak their formula and change, but really doing the same derivatives of the things that they've been doing all along. But the one high note for me is now The Sound of Silence. I didn't really care much for it at first, but when I started listening to it over and over again, it really clicked in my head how good and how talented David Draymond as a vocalist is to make something like that work for Disturbed and make it sound like Disturbed. But here we go again. This is, I don't even want to sully Believe's reputation by calling it Believe Part 2. I mean, this album is just shit. I mean, really nothing else can be said about it. What they try and do is put forth a formula where they do half of the album or a quarter of the album is hard and heavy and the same kind of Disturbed that you'd be looking for in other albums such as 10,000 Fists and Asylum. But then the other half is acoustics and ballads, and they don't really mesh well together. I mean, it's not good. They don't mesh well together. The cohesion is kind of all over the place. The songs seem very scattered. And overall, the album just doesn't work. And David Draymond has been out on basically this advocacy tour saying why the ballads work and talking to people about how he doesn't agree with a lot of reviewers on how the album is bogged down by the unnecessary slow and soft songs. In my opinion, they should have just done an acoustic album like what they were going to do. Maybe an EP, not really count it as a full-on Disturbed album, but just do an EP. Does it really have to be half and half like this? Because it doesn't gel well together at all. You know, certain songs I can get behind, like Are You Ready? But even that starts to drone on after a while because it's under the same tone and the same melody, and nothing really interesting happens in the song other than maybe, you know, a couple interesting guitar parts here and there. But those are few and far between. Other than that, you have No More, which sounds like it could be on a pop radio station for newer rock, like Theory of a Deadman and Nickelback. I mean, there's really nothing here in Disturbed's Evolution that hasn't been done better in other Disturbed albums. And I'm sorry to say, you can hate me all you want for this, and you can dislike the video all you want, but this album is not good at all. There's a couple other good tracks on here, such as A Reason to Fight and the acoustic ballad Hold On to Memories of the album. They both have very good and heartfelt lyrics, and you can definitely tell the passion that was written behind them. It's just a shame that they had to be bogged down by all of the other songs on here that just really don't go anywhere, like Savior of Nothing, Already Gone, and The Best Ones Lie. Just those songs that just sound like elevator music. They're just boring to listen to. Yeah, they have a little bit of edge to them in the case of The Best Ones Lie. However, it's just more derivative of the same things that Disturbed has done, just thrown together. This is the worst album Disturbed has ever done, and it really didn't take long for me to go through it. I am giving it a 3 out of 10. I did not enjoy this album at all. This is Midnight Strike 3625. Keep calm and rock on.